Three different lines that you are going to deal with. Okay, you are going to have something I call the horizontal line, right? This is your x-axis, 0. This is your y-axis. To start with, you have that. Okay, let's start with that one. This is your number plane. You have that already, right? You've done it in year 7. Is it all good? Have you done linear in year 7? Yes, yes, okay. So number plane, you have the x-axis, you have your y-axis, you have this one is called the origin, yeah, which is your 0, 0. And then any horizontal line, this is your horizontal line. And then you have vertical line, which is going this way. And you have the really last type, which is diagonal, which is going this way or going that way. Okay, so these are the options for your linear graph, 4 types. Okay, horizontal, let's look at the horizontal. So if I have, this is a 1 in here, this is a 2, so this line in here, it cut the y-axis, right? Therefore, this line I call as y equal to 1. So when I have y equal to 1, that means it doesn't rely on x value. So if I have y equal to 1, if I fill in a table, so if you have a table of value, so you are going to have x and y. The y is always 1. So it doesn't matter what is my x value. My x value can be -3, -5, -7, or 9. Or it can be is a -7, all those minus. I can have it as a 0 in here. I can have this as maybe 17, any number. So it doesn't rely on my x. So look at this. If I have -3, I get 1. If I have 0, I get 1. If I have 17, I get 1. If I have 9, I get 1. Does it make sense? Horizontal line, always remember, this is a common method I get as a solutions. When it go like this, a lot of students give me this one as x equal to 1. Because they are thinking this is an x, that's why they write as an x. Don't do that. Okay? It cut the y-axis. That's why the equation is y equal to 1. Oh, good. So, and therefore this line in here should be y equal to 2. Is that right? And what about this line in here? If this is a 3 in here, what's this equation? What do you think this one is going to be?
Y equals 3.
Y equal to 3 or x equal to 3?
X equals 3.
X equal to 3. Yeah. You're thinking the right same x, right? Yeah. So because it cut the x-axis, that's why it's x equal to 3. Even though it is parallel to the y-axis, you don't call it y equal to 3. Okay? Making sense? Okay. Anyway, let's go back to the paper you have in front of you. Let's fill in the number. So if x equal to 0, what is your y is going to be for question 1a? Okay, let's fill in the table for 1a. So for when you have y equal to 3, so does it rely on the x at all? No, so that means the y is always 3 for that one. So having drawn, knowing the a, now I want to sketch it on the number plane on the bottom. So if you need to sketch y equal to 3, that means it cut the y-axis at 3, and it go, y equal to 3. So you plug in 0, 3. Where is your point 0, 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. 1, 3. So it doesn't, yeah. And 2, 3. So it's going to be a horizontal line go across. Yes, if you plug in this point, 0, 3 is here. Then you have 1, 3, which is, where's 1, 3? 1, 3 is this point. Okay, and 2, 3 is, yes, so now you are going to draw a horizontal line across the 3. Yes, draw it, as long as your leg can go on both ends. Yes, that's right. After you draw your horizontal line, make sure you put the arrow on both ends. Okay, so you have a horizontal line going this way. Make sure you put an arrow, and at one end of it, either the left or the right, make sure you write your equation. You write y equal to 3. That's what I want to write. Okay? Yeah. And now fill in the next table then. Y x equal to 4. So x equal to 4, just say x equal to 4. So if we in all the 4, okay, wait, what is the number in here? Yeah, and yeah, put in, keep going on. So where is this point? 4, 0.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not 4, 0.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, and where is this point?
Is this going this way?
Yes, that's going that way. Okay, you have all the point. So where is this point? 4, 1. Okay, to do the coordinate, this is your 4, this is your x-axis, so you have 4, 1. That is the point. Where is this point? 4, 3. Yeah. Yes. Good, good. And you write the equation good. Okay, and the third one, question C. Now the x keep changing. So when x is 0, what is your y going to be? You sub in the 0 into the x, what will you get for the y? Yes, if you sub x as 0, yeah?
3.
Yes, you are going to, okay, here. You sub x equal to 0 into here, what are you going to get for the y? If your x is 0. Okay, do you understand what I mean? Okay. Right, for the questions, if I given to you, is y equal to 2x plus 3. So this is a table given to you. I have x, I have y. Then I have 0, 1, 2, 3. So what you need to do is replacing the x. Think of this as x equal to 0. Replace the 0 into here. So you are going to have 2 times 0 plus 3. So that gives you y equal to 3. Does it make sense? Yeah? So if you sub in the 1, now x is 1. When x is 1, you put in the 1. So you are going to have 2 times 1 plus 3. So that will give you 5. Yeah, you're replacing your x value into it. If you place the 3 into it, yeah, plug in the coordinate. Where's your 0, 3? The first coordinate?
Yeah.
Not 0, 3.
Sorry.
No. Okay, then you need to plot the. So for this point in here, for this point, x is 0, y is 3. That means you are looking for this point, 0, 3. And this one, you are looking at the point 1, 5. Yeah, and draw this line across it.
Okay.
Put the arrow, yes. Good. Good. And write the equations. So have you plot the point? 0, 3? Yes.
Yeah, good.
And then the next point is
1, 5
Mm.
is 1.
Yeah. 5. Yeah. Good.
2, 7.
Okay, so you have those 3. That's too high up. Yes. Oh, good. Make sense? Yes. Make sense? Everything good?
Does it go all the way through?
Oh, all the way until end of the graph paper. Yes. Ooh. Okay. Try not to do this. Okay. You are going to get mark deducted for any line that is more than 1 line. So when you have that, stop. No repeat. Not allowed to. Okay. Even okay. When you draw it, one thing not to do. Do not do this. Just that. Yes, done.
Okay.
Put an arrow at the end. Good. Good. Yeah, write the equation at the end. Y equal to 2x. Okay, try the next questions. Sub in the number again. Yes. Okay, so we get -1 into here. What do you get? -2 times -1. Yes, and then plus 3. Yes.
was going to duplicate.
Okay.
Um,
Minus
negative 1,
6. Yes, that's right. Good.
So,
Yeah, put in the 0 into here. Okay, so when you put in 0, what do you get out here?
yeah,
0 and then plus 3.
3.
3. Yes. Okay, then you start in the 1. Okay, move on to the next one. Yeah, continue.
Do I do negative 1 plus 3? Because
You put the 1 into the x. So when you have 3x means negative 3 times x.
which
And
is,
yeah,
which is negative 3.
yes.
And then do I do negative 0 plus 3?
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
it's 0.
Yes, that's right. That's right. You're just replacing the x as this number in here. Okay, when you have a 2,
Negative 2.
yes, that's right. Now you can plug it in. They're liquid. Okay, what is the first coordinate? Minus 1, 6. Put a dot there. Okay, so if you pick the next point, which is this one? 1, 0. Where is it? Okay, because this is a straight line, so you only need 2 points to join up.
Why don't you do this one?
Okay, you can pick any 2.
Oh.
It doesn't, if I pick this one, you see if I already have my line this way, look at this. 0, 3 is right here. 2 minus 3 is right there. So I do not need 4 points, I only need 2. Any 2 is fine. Okay, do you realize that the line is always passed through every single point? So you only need 2 points. Any 2. Yeah, so you do not need to put in 4 points anymore. Okay? Okay, just one second. Yes, I think you have the coordinate. So when you have it as 1, where is the point 1 minus 1? I think you have it flipped. The coordinate 1 minus 1. Can we plug in? Oops. Yes, I need to plug in 1 minus 1. Yes. And then next point. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah, keep going, keep going. Yes. Okay, so if you really just write in here y equal to a half and then open bracket for times minus 2 and then plus 4 and work it out. I think that would be faster instead of just thinking in the head. Yeah. Which is
3.
yeah, that's what you do.
that doesn't.
No, that doesn't work. Properly, carefully.
That's supposed to be.
Mm. Okay, right. Let's write it out. Yes. So
That's supposed to be 0, right?
that is supposed to be. Yes, it's supposed to be 0. It's my 3. Yeah. That means your first number is not right either.
Wait.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, your first number is not right. Yes, much faster. Just write it out.
Is that right?
Yes. 1, 6.
No, that's
Yeah.
supposed to be -1.
Negative 1. Yeah,
I don't know.
there. Negative 1 is better. Yes, yes, negative 1.
I'm so tired, I'm confused.
A long day today? Okay, let's put in the point first. Otherwise, you are going to have too many points to go on. -2, good. Yeah.
Can I just plot all of them?
You can plot all of them, yes. If you have less confusing, yes. So much quicker. Good, good, good. Yeah. Great, good job. Next one. Yes. Yes.
What's a gradient be?
Gradient. I'm going to show you the gradient later. That's okay. Let you sketch the graph first. Yes.
You'll just go in between the point.
Yes. Yes. In between the point. Yes. 1.5.
No.
Yes.
Is it here?
Yes. Because it cut the y-axis through. Okay.
So that's how I write y equals 3.
Yeah.
Y equals negative.
Wait. Finish this one? Yes. In between the point is okay. 0. Yep. Yep. And then if you want, you can join it up already. Yeah. questions? Mm. Good. Okay. Anything going flat? Okay. Oh, that's okay, that's okay. Right. Now we have the curve. Okay, let me get all of this. If I have a line going flat through the 2 in here, this is y equal to 2. Okay, if I have something flat like this, do I have any slope? No. Slope means gradient. Okay, so if you are looking at gradient, that means you are looking at the slope. Is that right? S-L-O-P-E? Yeah, okay. And anything flat, the slope is going to be equal to 0. Okay, so anything, remember, anything flat, you don't have gradient, the gradient is 0. Anything that is going up like this. Okay, so if I have a 0 gradient, then I keep moving this way. That means my slope become bigger, become 1, and then become 2, become 3. It keep going until it go really, really big. So when something is flat up like that, that means the gradient is actually undefined. So what you are going to get is going to be a big, big, big number that is going to be your gradient. Super, super big until you do not know. That number can be super huge, okay? And over a 0, which is anything divided by 0 is not going to be defined, right? Yeah, so in here it's going to be a big number going up, but when you go across gradient, and later I'm going to give you the formula for it, and when you go across, it doesn't go across at all. So that's why this is going to be a big number divided by 0, which is going to be undefined in here. Okay, so you're going to see 2 different ways. Sometimes you say as undefined, or sometimes you will see the infinity words in here. Okay, right. So anything flat is 0. Anything going up is going to be undefined. Okay, and now I'm going to go back to the previous questions you have earlier. Right. Let you write down first. So if you have anything that is going flat is gradient 0. Yeah. So for example, the first one, this equation here is going to be y equal to 3. It's going to be cutting the y at 3, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah. And because it is flat, that means the gradient is? Yes. Okay, the way to write gradient, you might want to use the symbols. Sorry, that I forgot to tell you that. Use M for gradient. Yes. So in here, you can straight away saying that M equal to 0. M in here is the official letter for gradient. Whenever you write M, people will see, oh, that is your gradient. Yep. So for example, this is x equal to 6. So that means, how do you draw this line? Good. Yes. And the gradient is going to be undefined. Yes, because it's going up, straight up. Infinity or undefined. Okay. Okay, now we know, let's look at the shape. So just then I say when you have something flat, the gradient is 0. This is gradient 0. If I have something going this way, the gradient is going to be positive. If I keep going, getting bigger, right? So the gradient from 0, I keep increasing. Gradient of 0.5, gradient of 0.9, gradient of 1, gradient of 2, gradient of 3, and it gets really, really, really big. Okay, on the other hand, if I'm going this way, if I go this one, so look at the slope of this line compared to this one in here. They're kind of the same, is that right? One is facing, Sophie, here first. This one, the gradient is facing this way, which is, I call it as a positive gradient. If I'm having this angle in here, I go up by that much. This one, I go up by that much as well, but it's on the opposite side. So when your line is facing that way, moving up to that way, that means you have a negative gradient. Okay, now right, two things to remember, positive gradient, negative gradient in here. Now I want you to look back to page 2 of your booklet. Okay, page 2 of the booklet. Right, looking at the equation given to you. So looking at the line you found out in D. Okay, in D. Look at the line D you have. Is the gradient positive or negative? If you look at the D. Okay, can you find your line D?
Negative.
Negative. Do you have a negative gradient? Yes, because it is facing the other way, right? And what about point E? Is the gradient positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. Do you find a point? Yeah. And what about question F?
Positive.
Positive. Okay, now you have the equations. What is the equation for point D? Y equal to
Negative 3x plus 3.
negative 3x plus 3. Okay, and E?
2x minus 3.
2x minus 3. Question F, y equal to?
Half x plus 4.
Okay, now, by looking at this equation, I already know what is the gradient look like. Because the equation for a straight line, okay, this is something really important. The general equations for a straight line is y equal to mx plus b. Okay, so write this down. Straight line, the general equations, we call it mx plus b. Y equal to paper? Yes. Great. Yeah. Okay, so if I have it as mx plus b, remember the m representing gradient? If I match it, the gradient is, okay, I want to write on question D, I want to write down m equal to minus 3. And I want to write on question E, what is your m equal to? 2? Yes. And question F, what is your m equal to?
Half.
A half. Yes, we found a few more things. That what is the gradient? Right, and now you might asking me, what is actually the B is? B is your, okay, M is gradient, we already know. B is your y-intercept. Okay, what's the meaning of y-intercept? That means your line cut the y-axis. Y-intercept, that means where the line cuts the y-axis. By looking at the first question D again, you know the line cut the y-axis at 3. Look to the line that you draw out. Do you think your line cut the y-axis at 3?
Yes.
Yes. So you know the y-intercept is 3. And this one, what's your B?
Negative 3.
Yes. And this one, your B is going to be?
4.
Yes. So I always keep the sign with the number. That's what we always do. Okay, now turn to the next page. Question F, after question F, question G and H. Can you write out what is your M and what is your B? And then check through with the number, with the graph that you have. Does it match up? Does the B equal to 1? Do you cut it at 1? you tell me what is, okay, go to the, you already done all of them, good. So what is your m? So the m is always the number in front of the x. Your m, your gradient equal to minus the third, and it cut the y-axis at 1. You see, the line cut the y-axis at 1. Yes, b equal to 1, that's right. Yep, looking good. Right. Now, I want you to refer to the table now. Right. Okay, I do the table for this one. Okay, can you quickly give me the number you have for this one for me, for question D? What is the number you get just then for the y?
630 negative 3.
Okay, let's look at that one. Right. If this is given to us, now, if I do not give you this, I want you to write the equation of the line. Right, this is given. Alright, what is the rule for you to write the equations? Now, what I want you to do is pick any 2 points. Pick any, okay? When I say pick any, that means literally any. I can pick these 2 points, okay? If I want, I can pick these 2. Right, and your job, if I pick these 2, how much does it increase or decrease when I go from the left to the right? How much does it increase? Increase by 1, is that right? It go up by 1. So increase by 1. I want you to write a plus 1 because sometimes you are going to have a negative. Okay, I just want you to write a plus at this stage. And what happened to this number in here? It goes.
Subtracted by.
Yes, it's subtracted by 3. Oh, good. Right. Then you are going to have a new formula to find the gradient. Your equation is always y equal to something x and a number. That's what we know, mx plus b. I need to find what's the m and what's the b. To find the m, what you do, you take the value of the y, which is how much you increase or decrease, the y value, which is this one, over the x value, which is that number, which is going to give you, okay, always the y on the top. So m equal to, in here is supposed to go on rise over round. Rise means the y value, and this is the x value. Okay, so you know this is a y on the top, always looking at the y, how much it go up or it go down, and then how much it go up or go down on the x value. Okay, you have a lot of information, I know. Yes. And that means I know my m is minus 3. That means I can fill this number into here. Oh, good. That's where my m is. Because y equal to mx. I fill in my m. And the x always is the x. Now I want to find out the b. The b is where it cuts y-axis, right? So when I cut the y-axis, this coordinate in here, the x must equal to 0. Is that right? Yes? So I'm searching for x equal to 0, which is right here. X equal to 0, my y is 3. So this is the 3 come from. That's how I get all this number. Alright? So now let's try again. Okay, so far? Yes, this number come from here. So let's look at the second table that I have. Okay, so if I'm looking at this table, I want you to write out the, okay, so this is your x, this is your y, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what is the number you have in here? Minus 1, 1, and 3, and 5. Okay, so if you have this one, let's try to find out the equation of the line. Okay, step 1, I want to find the gaps in between 2 points. Okay, so this is question E. This is from question E. Yeah. If you want to, you can look at question E. Let's circle the 2 point. How much does it go up or go down? It depends on the questions. So, if I pick any 2 point, okay, if you don't mind the negative number, you can pick the first point. If I don't like the negative number, I probably will pick this one with that one. Okay, how much does it go up or down this way?
Positive 1.
Positive 1. How much about this one?
Positive 2.
Positive 2. So to find the m, what should I write? What should on the top?
2 over 1.
2 over 1, which is equal to 2. And now the y-intercept, oops, I don't have it. I don't have a 0 for the x. Now you have to search for your own 0. Where should the 0, which directions? Because this is going to get bigger, that means the 0 must be in here. Is that right? Yep, the number before 1, of course, is a 0. So if you go up by 2, that means it also means you go down by 2. That means you go down by 2. That means you go down by,
2.
what should this number be?
Negative 3.
Yeah, because you go down by 2. So I know my equations now. Y equal to 2x minus 3, which is the equation we have. Make sense? Yep. Okay, try again with the next equations that you have. Okay, look at the table. Do not look at the equation. Let's look at the table that you have. Right. Okay, let's wrap up this one. Okay, the next table you have is this. Okay, let's try it. X and y, so you have minus 2, 0, 2, and 4. Okay, so you are going to have 3, and 4, and 5, 6. Yeah. That's the table you have. Right, so I want you to do the same thing, how much is go up and how much is go across. Yes. Good. And we go up by 2, we go across by 1. Yes, that's the way. Good, good, good. Yes. Everything makes sense, right? Yeah, yeah. If you want, you can try the next number and see it still works. Good. So how do you write the equation? So you're going to have y equal to. Okay, please look at your x. Yeah. Does it work for yours? Yes, it does work. Okay, I think all of you get the idea. So next paper. Oh, now let's look at the interesting equation we have at the beginning. So let's look at, okay, page 1. Okay, page 1. Read the first questions. The first one that you have, page 1, question A. So you have x, you have y, you have 0, 1, 2, and 3. And the number you have for the y is 3, 3, 3, and 3. Right, let's do the same thing, even though we know the equations. What is it? Go up by 1, go across by 0. Is that right? So that means my m is going to be, how am I going to write the m? 0 over 1. Is that right? 0 divided by 1 is 0. Good. And the y-intercept is 3. Is that right? So my equations has to be y equal to 0x plus 3, which is, yep, that's why when it is horizontal, the gradient is 0, therefore there is no x in here because you have 0 times x. That's why there is no x when you have something flat. Oh, good. And let's try again with equation number B, which is the next one. This one is an interesting one, question B. You are having it as x and y, you have it as 0, 1, 2, 3, and your x is here. So each time go up by 0, each time you will go up by 1. So now you look at it. So you are going to have m equal to 1 over 0. 1 over 0 is undefined. This is not defined, right? You can't find the answer. There is no answer for it. That's why your gradient is undefined. And where does it cut the y-axis? Does it ever cut the y-axis? No, never. So that means your equations is not going to be y equal to mx plus b, because you just can't have that. That's why these equations is, instead of y equal to, it becomes x. Because there is no y equal to m, there is no m, there is no x. Okay, there's no b, no x. Oh, good. All right, now the next booklet is you are going to find out the equations now. Okay, do what you do just then. How much it go up each time, and how much it go up on the bottom as well, and find out the m and find out the b. Yes, that's the way. Yes. Good. Good. Okay, just then I think I write the equation as I say general form of the straight line. Okay, can you go back to that sections and actually change it to a more formal name? So if you write the equation as this is called gradient, because I'm going to give you another name for it, gradient intersect form. Yeah, if you write as y equal to mx plus b, it means gradient intersect form. Why I use the gradient intersect? Because these questions, you can tell what is the gradient, what is the y-intercept. That's why it's called gradient intersect form. So if I want to write the equation as gradient intersect form, that means you need to write as y equal to something x plus a number. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. This is a 4. Yeah. Yes.
Y equals 1.
Y equal to 1. Yes. So what's your equation? Oh, y equal to 1. Okay, yes. Oh, gradient is not 0. Gradient is going to be undefined because it's 2 and 0. Yes. Okay, when it's undefined, that means you have equal y-intercept never. No. No. And then, yes, no y. X equal to, oh, yes. X equal to, yes, because it's only cut the x-axis, going up straight. Yes, looking good, looking good. Yes, next page. 0 divided by any, this one is the one that's 0.
Oh.
The n is 0. Okay, so the equations is because y is always cut it. When it's at 0, yeah, you are going to get 1 as well, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
it's always 1. So the line will be y equal to 1 because it's 0x plus 1. Yeah, and this one, your x is never go to 0 because x is always
The same.
the same. So that means your equation is going to be x equal to a half. Because it doesn't matter what is your y number,
But still undefined.
the gradient is undefined. This one is undefined. Yeah. Yeah. This one is undefined. Gradient undefined. And the equation of the line, there is no y-intercepts. There is no b. Yeah, you can't find the b. Yes, and then the equation of the line is x equal to a half. Yeah, because when you have x equal to half, that means your line cutting through like this. Yes, that's what this line is. Is that okay? Yeah. Good, good. So we are going to have a quarter over minus 1. Is that right? Yes, yes. What is a quarter divided by minus 1? It sounds weird, isn't it? Yeah, this is what you do. If it is a weird number, so you have your n equal to a quarter divided by minus 1. This is what I want you to think. You are thinking a quarter divided by minus 1. Okay, minus 1, if you want to, minus 1 means this. Then you do your math. Flip it around. Yes, that's what you do. Yeah, so what is your m? Yeah. Good, good, good. The y value, which is, yep. Yes, and this is a divide. If you want to, you can write it as a divide. Yep, divide. Minus 1 means minus 1 on 1. Yep, divide, you can change it to times. Yes. Flip it upside down. Still the same number. Still minus. Yep. Then you times it across. Yep. That's right. That's right. That's your n. This one. Okay. Which one? This one? This one?
This one.
This one. Okay.
What's negative half? Wait a minute. 2 divided by half again.
Let's write down 2 divided by a half. 2, yes. 2 divided, yes. Yep,
Yes.
but yeah, a half. Good. Flip it.
And you have that too. Oh, it's 4.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
that makes sense. Isn't that supposed to be a quarter? Because then it says a half.
Quarter.
Because you go, and then you divide by 1.
Divided by 1. Yeah. Is a quarter. It's a quarter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the answer is no problem. Okay. Usually this number is going to be positive 1 because every time you go up by 1.
Oh,
Yes. Okay. So for you too. Actually you go up by 1 instead of go down by 1. From minus to 2 to minus 1 is a positive, so this one turned out to be a positive number. Yeah. Yeah, the answer on the bottom is wrong for this one. Yeah, you have it right. So you can put give yourself a tick for that one. Yeah, question. This one, the answer is wrong. Yeah, I have it as a half there.
No, I just do plus 0.
You are going to get 0. Yeah, yes, it's plus 0. That means you don't have to write it if you don't want to. Yes. Yes, you can leave it out. Yeah, you can put it in the calculator. Okay, so you are going to put 2 minus this number. Oh yes, you take this minus that, that means it's minus, yeah, right, minus a half, yeah. You go down by a half, yeah. You go up by a half, right? Yes.
How is this plus 35?
No, that is wrong. Plus 0. Plus
Is it
0?
plus,
No,
you know, because you go,
no, which one?
you go, because if you go that way,
Yeah.
you're subtracting 7, which is 0, which is negative 1, and then you subtract it again, which
Okay,
is negative
okay.
7.
Every time you go down by how much?
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's minus, that's just nothing.
Nothing. Yes, there's nothing. Yeah. Yeah, this is right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I want to practice one question from last week. If I have y equal to 4x minus 2, y plus 3x minus 7 equal to 0, can you do soft simultaneous by substitutions? Yeah? Okay, so-called substitution, that means I want you to think about this is your box, and you think of this as a box, and the y is here. So you are going to drop this thing into here. That is how you are going to think about the substitution methods. Okay, so we call this as a number 1, this is number 2.
So do we substitute y minus 4x over 2 into the second one?
Yes,
So it's 4x minus 2 plus 3x.
minus 7. Yes, yes. And the way I want to write it is I want to say sub number 1 into number 2. And then you solve it out. Yes. Okay, and then I want you to change it away. Use the same questions. I want you to do eliminations. Yeah. So if I want you to do eliminations, how is your working out going to turn out to be? So you are going to have the same questions. So you have y equal to 4x minus 2, y plus 3x minus 7 equal to 0. So eliminations.
Do you have to do that swapping around so they're all in?
Yes, yes, that's your very first step. Well done. Yes, the first step is I need to sort them around, make sure they are on the right spot. So in here I have y in here, I have y there. So equation 1 is fine, equation 2 is the one I need to swap around. I will write as y equal to, I bring the 3 to the right hand side. So I'm going to have minus 3x and then plus 7 in here. So that means I want to match them up. So I'm matching this y with the y, yeah, and then x with the x. I totally ignore the one in the middle, and then number with number. That's what I'm going to do. This is my 2 dash because I changed it from number 2. So I'm looking at, I kind of ignore the one in the middle. Yes, so those two. Eliminate, so do I need to do minus or plus? If I minus them, minus, so I'm going to take 1 minus 2 dash. So y minus y, I get 0. If I have 4x minus, so I'm going to have 4x minus 2 minus, make sure you have the bracket. Yeah. And then you expand your equations. Then you keep working out. And then the rest you should be able to work it out nicely. Okay, next week I'm going to give you a couple of problem solving. Remember your father and son age things from before the exam? We are going to solve it using simultaneous equation from here on. Yes. Oh good. Right. So, and we are going to continue on linear as well. So the linear will probably go for another 3 weeks or so. So just don't forget what you learned today. Okay, we'll see you again next week.
Do we have to solve this?
Uh,